Morning and welcome to Friday Morning Qi Gong. Let's get started with a shake. And let's call this a wake up, shake up. Got a bit of tiredness in the room today, a bit of foggy brain, not a lot of oomph. So yeah, this is an opportunity to shake every cell, every bit of qi, every bit of energy in the body, just waking it up. Give the hands a bit of a shake. And once we get the shake going, let's back off on the effort and just allow the natural sort of recoil of the fascia, the elasticity of the fascia to just keep the shake going. And yeah, just let it kind of arise and happen naturally without having to give it a lot of energy, especially when we don't have a lot of energy, or we feel like we don't have enough energy, we can't access it. Let's do a little bit of a all over body relaxation as we shake. We're going to start at the top of the head, the crown of the head. Just have a sense of that kind of opening and softening. And then letting that feeling of opening and softening move down the forehead, in and around the eyes, cheeks and jaw and ears, around the nose, whole face, softening and opening. Let's do the same with the back of the head, softening, opening, all the way down. Spend a moment where the neck meets the back of the head, so where the occiput just kind of meets into the back of the neck, really softening through there. It can be such a place of holding. Yeah, and connecting with the breath as we do that. It's easy to hold the breath while we concentrate and focus on a part of the body. So as we continue to shake, we're just softening down the neck, front and back. And then over the tops of the shoulders. Even feeling into that kind of fascial train, that line that goes sort of down here and over the shoulders and down the back of the shoulder, down the front. Sort of softening all of that and letting the shake into all of that. Again, using the out breath to soften and release. Let's come down the arms, softening, softening, softening as we come down to the elbows, down to the wrists and fingers and hands. Nice deep release of breath down through the arms and fingers. And let's come back up to top of the chest, collarbones, down through the upper chest, softening through the rib cage, through the solar plexus, down through the abdomen, all the internal organs. Nice deep breath in and out, releasing through all of the abdominal structures. Let's do the same thing down the back. So starting at the upper shoulders, softening. Oof. Softening, widening, opening, all the way down the back of the ribs, the spine, backs of the lungs, all the way down into lower back. And while we're back here, let's just keep going. So softening over the buttocks, backs of the thighs, backs of the knees, calf muscles, down to the heels. Nice deep breath in and out, releasing down the entire back. And then coming to the front of the body again, so maybe starting at pelvis, softening through the pelvis, through the groin area, through the thighs. Let's include the sides of the legs as well, front and sides, insides, outsides, down to the knees, down to the shins, and ankles, and over the feet. And let's take a deep breath in, and when we exhale, starting at the top of the head, just letting everything melt down, 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 down to the earth. Just sinking the chi, sinking the, I don't know, the excesses, tension, so letting that all go down to earth. Let's do that again. So deep breath in and big, deep letting go. Fabulous. Right, let's come into our standing position for a moment. And while we're here, just coming into this sort of curious observer space. And just watching all the different sensations as they arise and fall away, grasping onto nothing. Just the wide, soft focus of our attention. And while we're standing here, let's let any sense of our outline just dissolve. So really soft, edgeless, formless bunch of sensations. Watching them arise and depart. And then we're going to stand for another minute or so, and for this time, let's look for signs of energy, signs of flow, signs of calm, signs of vitality, signs of clarity. Might be the tiniest, tiniest little indication of a vibrancy or a clarity. Great. Okay, let's just get into more of an energizing practice. So we'll do the fire breathing, fingers to thumbs, nice little circle there. We're going to step diagonally, hands are going to come up, opening through the chest, drop the hands so we get that stretch all up the arms. Bring the hands back up, dropping them down, looking down, stepping back. Same on the other side. Big breath in and out. And let's really focus on moving in a way that feels like we are energizing the system. So maybe it's the arms swinging through, breath in, breath out. A little bit of the acting as if, there's loads of energy, sparking that feeling in the body, what it feels like to be energized. I'm going to do one more on each side. And then we're going to come to standing just for half a minute again. And while we're here, looking for signs of energy, flow, clarity, vibrancy, just noticing if that feels any different than when we stood a minute or so ago, a couple of minutes ago. And if it feels different, how does it feel different? Great. So staying with that intention for energizing, for adding in another intention for just kind of clearing our auric field, our Wei Qi, strengthening our connection to that, and yeah, just working a little bit with that kind of protective first stop immunity that the Wei Qi provides. So we're going to do a whole body sweep. And again, let's find that sense of energy, sort of acting as if we were feeling energized and revitalized. So we're going to drop forward, we're going to scoop up, come up and across the arms, bringing the hands over the top of the head, sweeping down the back of the neck, down the backs of the legs, and letting the hands come up again. And if you feel like you have the energy to come at this a little bit more, maybe vigorously than we do sometimes, feel free. If you don't have the energy, to go at a pace that feels good and right for you. Staying with that feeling of clearing and flowing, energizing. This time we're not going to bend all the way down. We're just going to use our intention to sweep down the back, sweep up the front. Connecting with the breath. Breathing in as we come up. Breathing out as we sweep down. One more. Great. And while we're here in this kind of sweeping, clearing mode, let's just do some clearing through the brain. So we can flick this way. Flick that way. That way again. And that way again. Great, let's do some warming up of the spine. Again, coming at this as if we were energized and invigorated already. And give a little tap into the kidneys. Just give a gentle tap into all of these organs that are just under the diaphragm. Kidneys, liver, gallbladder, stomach, spleen, pancreas. Sort of wake up from all of those organs. Making sure that the start of the movement is for pelvis, not the arms. Just letting the arms twist around like ribbons of the wind. Great, let go of that. I'm going to come straight back into another shake. This time, vigorous. Okay, let's bring that to a stop. Let's come into standing for half a minute again. Letting everything settle. And checking in. How's the system feeling? How's my body feeling? What's going on with thoughts in my mind? Emotions? Is there more sense of energy, flow, clarity? Great. Let's do a little bit of work with the spine and yeah, from a craniosacral perspective, you know, this idea of the cerebral spinal fluid moving well and yeah, through the brain and back down the spinal cord. And yeah, from a Qigong perspective, seeing that as full of Qi and yeah, a chance to kind of bring clarity and energy and cleansing to the brain. So we want to come in just making this little cup with the hands coming into, let's start right down in the tailbone, just sort of opening up through the tailbone, moving up a little segment each time, letting the hands move up and out, back in, and this gentle invitation to open, release any sort of holding, any restrictions, and this gentle focus into this fluid midline. Probably going a little bit fast, so I might slow down a little bit. That's better, just focusing in, connecting with the breath. It's nice to breathe in as we expand, breathing out. We come back around, and the hands move up, a little segment at a time, allowing the body to just rise and fall with the breath. Healthy spine, healthy fluid flow. It's got to mean a healthy body and a healthy brain and a healthy mind. I'm going to come right up into the brain. And then we're going to spend a moment just feeling into anywhere that felt a little, or that feels a little restricted or constricted. So for me, definitely the top of my spine, where it meets, the brain stem, base of the occiput, that kind of area, that feels really tight. Just going to spend a little bit of extra time just inviting opening and a softening. In fact, all through my neck. So yeah, just finding that place. It might be in between your shoulder blades or down in your lumbar spine, just wherever it is, it doesn't matter. Spending a little bit of extra time opening up through there. And wherever you are, let's work our way back down. Opening with the intention of enabling ease and flow through the cerebral spinal fluid system. Letting the brain be bathed and cleansed. Great, we're going to come into standing and we're going to hold the two sort of ends of the spine. Just being, maybe hands this way. Just allowing the spine to be supported and held. You might feel little shifts and adjustments happening. It's pretty normal. Just being curious and watching. And see if you can soften and allow any of these little movements and shifts to take place. When the hands relax, let's bring the hands out to the sides, back of the hands connecting in with the spine. And we're going to follow this flow up the back, coming all the way up into the brain, over the top of the brain, down, down, and back down the front. So imagining this flow, a clear flow of energy through the fluids and the fluids flowing, bathing the brain. Bringing clarity and vitality, and a sense of being awake and aware. Let's include the fluids in the deep, deep part of the brain. So right in the very core, the third ventricle, the cerebral spinal fluid is there as well. It's always moving. And perhaps if we have a really clear and strong flow with a lot of drive through the system, maybe that transfers into life. Maybe life is a mirror of that. The more drive and flow and ease we have in the system, the more drive and flow and ease we have in life. Could it really be that simple? And the hands move up the back, being in connection with the back of the spinal cord and the fluid flow up the back and into the brain, in and around the brain. And then being in connection with the front of the spinal cord and the fluid that surrounds in the front. And maybe visualizing the fluid as being light filled, sparkly. Maybe bring a color to it that feels right. And for the next few forms, really coming into the soles of your feet. You can even send down some roots into earth. So there's a sense of being grounded and solid, connected to earth, whilst being in these really refined, light, fluid spaces. A really nice combination of solidity and groundedness with light and fluidity. Every so often, just checking back in with the feet. I'm going to do one more full form. Hands come down to the pelvis. Let's come up the spine, up central channel, and then out top of the head, and down the front, the sides, and the back. Being with the fluid flow and with chi flow and with the field emanates from the body, from the central channel. And if you like to visualize, you can see that as the torus flow. I'm going to do that one more time. And letting the arms and the hands relax. Let's come into our standing posture one last time, really finding our feet grounded into earth, softening the knees, tucking the sacrum, lengthening the spine, opening the crown of the head, softening and opening the whole body, and coming into this curious place of observation, allowing the sensations of the body and the sounds coming in to really anchor us in this present moment. So we soften and widen and allow any shifts, any openings, any releases, just watching them and softening around it all. Allowing our edges to dissolve, being at one with the field. And listening internally and externally. Checking in with your feet. For this last minute, just connecting with the breath, continuing to watch and observe all of the sensations, and grounded through the feet, listening internally and externally, and looking for signs of vitality, flow, energy, clarity. Taking a deep breath in and out. Very gently, attempting to move out of the practice. With your hands and your feet, a little bit of a wobble, wiggle. And that ends the practice.